Cain. But the fact is that something has happened, and by virtue of what happened, there is a mark on him, like the mark on Cain.
So I don't even know where to start from this. Like, is this really necessary? Is this really necessary at a point in time where the nation has a lot to focus on? Does this whole pandemic issue, is this really what we need? All right, now let me just get into the prophecy, and then I don't know whether it's a prophecy or revelation. Let me just get into this revelation, and then we look at stuff that are inconsistent with scripture concerning this. Then we close for the day. I don't want to waste time talking about how I do believe in this ministry and all that. Most of you follow me already know this, so let's just do this.
JDM, yeah, Papa John Dramani Mahama. And ya Ghana for then to Abamano. Bribiasi, Ama, Bribi, Ama can to say Cain.
Now, it is not because Ghanaians do not want to vote for JDM, but the fact is that something has happened, and by virtue of what happened, there is a mark on him, like the mark on Cain.
Hold up. There is a mark on Mahama, like the mark of Cain. There's a huge problem there, but I will explain it. And it's right from scripture to make you know the inconsistencies of what he's saying. But let's continue.
Like the mark on Cain.
Oh, so you 6 million. And he, at the end, oh man, hey, million. Obejina 1,000 times, Obelusu 1,000 times.
Now, somebody would say that during the last election, he garnered about.
Now, hold up. That doesn't really sound like something that will bring unity in a lot of ways, because if you're a Christian and you're an NDC supporter, you'll really be triggered by this. But hold up, I know some of you might be triggered right now, but let's just hold up and just watch the whole thing, and then we'll talk about it.
During the last election, he garnered about 6 million and over votes. But you know, he may stand as a flag bearer for the party 1,000 times, but he will lose 1,000 times. You can mark today's prophecy. He needs a mighty hand, and that hand ought not to be the hand of an idol.
Divine hand.
He needs a divine hand. And it is only that divine hand that would deliver him from that curse.
Now,
oh my God. You see how subtly he projects himself that he is the one that can take off the curse. All right, let's just continue watching. I think that was interesting.
Now, it will not be the fact that Ghanaians will not vote for him. So if he, for instance, allow people to persuade him so that he stands as the flag bearer of the party, he will come back again and he will be put to shame once again. What he needs is that he needs somebody that has knowledge and information of the spiritual realm, somebody in the caliber of Prophet Owusu Bempah, to give him support or advice. So if you receive what I'm saying carnally, you are going to insult me. But be very careful you do not insult me or cast aspersions at me.
Okay. All right. So those who see contrary to what he's saying are carnal. That's what he's trying to say. But, let's be gracious in our words. I don't want us to be all like, Owusu Bempah is this and all that. Let's just not do that. And I know sometimes you're really triggered to literally insult him.
Because what I am saying now I am not saying them by my own mind.
Debia meka ni abedi matem, debia meka ni abedi matem. Eso still na esisi.
Now every time I speak, people come to insult me. But even though you insult me, what I say comes to pass. So do you not realize, would you not wake up and realize that all these things I'm saying are not figments of my imagination?
JDM. Anahwai.
Would it be JDM or who?
Oh, yes, no me be free.
Now he needs a curse to be negated, revoked from his life.
And this if won't take me serious.
Let's end.
Now you see, he has said it indirectly that JDM has a curse upon his life, and that is why he's not winning, and that is why he has the mark of Cain. And the mark of Cain is literally like the curse that is stopping him from winning. Let's continue.
NDC won't take me serious.
Let NDC take me seriously.
And just someone the neighbors
or else if you bring him as you have always been bringing him without revoking that thing, as it happened as before, so shall it be again.
Okay, now let's talk. The whole aspect of talking as if Mahama has the mark of Cain-ish kind of thing on him and all that is funny to me, because when you read the book of Genesis chapter 4 from verse 10, literally it talks about how God cursed Cain. When you read from the verse 13 to 14, it also shows how Cain was broken by the curse and was even scared that he might be killed by people who see him to be cursed. And so the curse was so massive on him, it was so immense on him that he actually felt like nobody could actually stand him. Anybody that met him would be so infuriated or be so bothered by the curse that they would try to kill him. And so he was actually scared for his own life. Then the verse 15 of chapter 4 of Genesis, God says, okay, Cain, I know I've cursed you, it's serious and all that, and people might try to do that. So this is what I'm going to do to subside it. I'm going to give you a mark. And that mark on you is going to show everyone that, yes, you are not somebody that they can kill. And that I, the Lord, am dealing with you personally. That was the whole meaning of the mark. So the mark actually shows that this person is being dealt with God. Let me not interfere. So if that is a similar mark that is on John Mahama, how does that really affect the whole thing about his outcome? Because he's getting like over 6 million votes. Okay, fine. Now you get that from Genesis chapter 4 verse 15. The next thing I want to talk about this is that, is this really necessary? Is this really necessary at this time when we are having power outages, when real messages concerning salvation should be preached? Looking at how this whole Kaswa incident has happened and all that, I thought like there were better things to talk about. But no, let me talk about John Dramani Mahama and how he will never win elections. And then this is the teaching or a revelation that people want to enjoy listening to. You see, that kind of reminds me of 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 3 to 4, which talks about it. Paul saying that in the last days, people will love false doctrines. They will love to listen to things that will tingle their ears. This is not something that is necessary. In fact, we are even in the first year of the term of the president that has just won. Then when we talk about this, some of you will come up, don't speak against the anointed and all that. If it is false doctrines, we need to talk about it. We need to talk about it. The inconsistencies of what he's saying to scripture. And then he turns around, tries to, manipulate the whole thing to let it feel like those who don't agree with him are actually carnal, and those who try to insult him and all that. As I've said, let's be gracious with our words. It's not really necessary to insult him. The best thing you can do is just share this video, share it with somebody, let them get this. Now I'll end this all with what Cody Sheldon also said. A few things that Cody Sheldon said about this, I think it really made sense. I don't own copyright to Cody Sheldon's video, or haven't really contacted him concerning it. So if anything comes up, I might take it out. But then I don't really think Coach Sheldon really cares about me uploading this. So let's just watch that and then we end it.
First of all, I don't operate in the spiritual realm. I don't know if what he's saying is true or not. But at the end of the day, Do you think such statement around this time is okay? You understand? I mean, you know, we say Mahama no be potent candidate. When the guy stood against President Nana Akufo-Addo in the just ended election, he was able to pull over 6 million votes. What makes you think say somebody touch him and some man there in body? So that is what is going to, prevent him from becoming the president or winning the presidency. I don't get it. I mean, we are done with the elections. We are trying to move on as a country. These kinds of comment is not going to fix our electricity issue. It's not going to fix our roads. It's not going to fix the educational problems we have in this country. Can we just concentrate on what this president, what this government is going to provide, is going to do to solve all these issues and stop talking about people who have not won elections?